It's so funny actually. People ask me, what are your hobbies? I'm like, I just work.
But no, exactly.
I forget.
Podcasting.
You know, I forget that this is a hobby. Come on. Where, mate?
Come on.
Let's talk to
I'm looking forward to it growing
Mm-hmm.
because it's been weeks now, hasn't it?
There's 30 subscribers. I think that's actually pretty
really
good.
good.
Oh, not 30, sorry.
29.
29.
On this occasion, I spilled a drink on my laptop and
Okay,
and I hadn't saved the report that I was developing. I had saved it, but the last 4 or 5 days I hadn't saved that work.
So there's backup on the actual top lap stuff
On the
files.
top lap.
Yeah.
Florence Given is here to remind you that you owe men nothing, least of all pretty.
Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Evelyn.
I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Tina, and welcome to episode 36 of Tangent Talks podcast.
So guys, let's talk about black excellence.
Black excellence.
So ZZ Mills just recently interviewed Trevor McDonald.
Sir Trevor McDonald.
Oh yeah, he's a sir. I was thinking
Yes,
he's a sir.
Please address him.
Do you guys think that Demi Jones got her, not where she is now, but got her a bit more fame? Because I feel like she's been interviewing very famous people since then.
Demi Jones?
Yeah, you know how ZZ Mills interviewed Demi Jones?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I really feel like ever since Demi Jones, not saying she built her because she had quite famous, but Trevor McDonald is big.
Yeah. But do you not think that that's due to Black History Month?
Yes, it could be that.
True.
It might be that.
Have you watched? Is it out?
Is it a video or is it on the podcast?
I don't know. I think it might be on the podcast.
There was a picture with Sideman as well.
Sideman,
So maybe
and then them two do the plus 44 pod. So it's for that. So it might be a Black History Month special. I don't know. But a lot of their clientele are black.
No.
But I'm just assuming because Trevor McDonald's, but Sir Trevor McDonald, sorry, must include the McDonald.
So Demi Jones, let's see how many.
He's been doing a lot of Black History Month things for ITV, so maybe it rolls in with that. I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, look, 181k views. How many does she normally get? Okay, 1.4. Oh no, actually, Back Row G, she got with 131, 79k. Yeah, I think that's one of her most viewed, Demi Jones. But yeah, just so maybe actually
She's
maybe
still
not.
doing videos or not?
Who? ZZ Mills.
ZZ, yeah.
She does the Sunday night ones, doesn't she?
Yeah, so the
so
ZZ
often.
Mills show featuring Dr. Gary was 7 hours ago today.
Okay.
So yeah, she still does do them.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Oh,
pop up
a
on
month
them.
ago, a week ago, 7 hours ago. So I don't
it's
think
like
she does
not
that.
as often as
Yeah.
She did it
Yeah,
as a group
she
though. They were every week for about 4 weeks. I remember. But yeah, maybe she's busy or
Yeah,
doing
she's
the
got.
pod.
yeah.
Pod takes up a lot of time.
It does.
But yeah, guys, we are 29 subscribers now.
Yes.
Well done. Thank you guys.
Thank
Appreciate you.
And it's taken us. So we're on episode 30 in our
Today.
30.
Yeah.
something like that.
36 today. No.
6.
And we do it 35 weeks. Maths, guys.
4
weeks
7
a month.
weeks.
Yeah. 16 is 4.
7 times 5 is
So 8 months.
35.
8 months. Yeah. 7. Just
And
over.
you were in the YouTube live before that. Is it hard? Do you think we've gone quite well?
We've done quite well. We get a lot of views. We get more views than we have subscribers.
Yeah.
And that's general. Normally, you do get the percentage is definitely more.
Do you think that's because people don't have account? But a lot of people, you have to have an account, don't you?
No, you
No,
can
not
watch.
really.
You can
To
watch.
like,
Yeah,
you
but
just like
to like,
randomly.
to like
No,
and
you
subscribe.
can't like.
If you don't have an account,
But you can view. So that could be another reason why.
People just go on and view.
Yeah. So we'll have like not repeat viewers because they're not logged in, so they won't get reminded, or they won't have it pop up because it's a new session each time.
Yeah.
I would think, but yeah.
It's getting there, but I just thought it'd be quicker. But I don't know.
Oh yeah, no.
No.
Just think about
It's really hard.
YouTubers, yeah.
So we're doing very well then.
I think we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For someone who we don't have because I feel like
A fan
people
base.
have social media presence and then they go into a podcast, but we're not really
we're
10,000.
We should
get
be together. We're not.
Because we've got 200 followers. We need to do that thing where we message them and say, hey, we got a video. Because I think when we were doing that, we got a lot of subscribers and views from that.
But also, the problem might be is that all the followers on Instagram, they're all podcasters.
Yeah,
so they won't have time to watch or listen.
Yeah.
Like we don't have time to listen to theirs.
Well, we
theirs as well.
yeah.
I mean, you do watch
a couple of them, yeah.
But you're out walking for 6 hours.
Yeah. 3.
Okay, not 6 hours, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So
More time to
it's
listen,
hard.
yeah.
It's hard to keep up with all of them.
Yeah.
That's all who they are. So it'd be nice to get some non-podcast followers as well.
Yeah,
because those are the people.
Because our non-podcast followers are like our friends and stuff.
Yeah.
But our top three most popular videos was our first one, 149.
Come on.
Second one, Jessie Nelson, Blackfish and Squid Game, 73 views. Love Island Catch Up, 64 views. What else were we talking about in that one? GRM Daily Gala. So yeah, I don't know. Do you think it depends what we talk about, or
it definitely depends what we talk about for
That's
sure.
a big,
And also the first one, most people like. Doesn't matter where you start; they always want to see how you started.
Yeah.
So that's why the
It's
first.
I'll go back
one,
to the
yes,
first. Yeah.
But it's definitely going to be who you talk about or your topics.
Do you think we should, because we base it on UK news, do you think we should go to American news?
The world
news?
I would like to do that, but I think so many people focus on America. I know America's a bigger audience, so you're likely to get that pull, but we're British.
Yeah, we want to
Because
know.
remember, I think we spoke about Kevin Samuels and that reached America straight away.
That's true. Yeah, we could mix it up a bit.
I don't really like American news.
It's very violent. Like the big stories, and some killing or shooting.
Or their news is just like celeb news.
Yeah. And I don't really follow half of the celebrities that they lower in the headlines.
I just think that we are British,
so we should do British.
We know
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's like other things that I follow, like IT related and things that are selling. They always, whether they're British or not, when they talk about monetary, they always talk about dollars.
Dollars,
even though they're not.
So it doesn't relate.
Dollars.
Yeah.
I'd rather, if they're gonna say dollars, make sure they say pounds
Convert
as well, and
it.
have both.
Yeah.
Not just do dollars.
Yeah.
That's just me. I don't want to alienate the American viewers.
Oh no, not
much appreciated.
It's not about that.
To be honest, on the Shade Borough, they do put like Americans sometimes.
Yeah.
We, like Kevin Samuels, we talk about stuff. But yeah, I think we're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think we just need to focus on what's relevant at the time.
Yeah.
What people want us to, like, our views on. Because, you know, like, you watch something on the telly and you'll have your view on it.
Yeah.
You want to know what other people think.
Yeah.
And just join in the conversation, because that's what it's all about, really. So, but yeah, so whatever's relevant to us, whatever we're interested or what we think we want to talk about, I think it should be there.
Yeah.
So if it happens to be American or Chinese, then
whatever
we'll
topic that we want to discuss.
Yeah.
What we feel like.
Exactly.
Because we'll enjoy talking about it.
Exactly.
And we'll be animated about it. So I think.
Exactly. And if you want us to discuss anything, comment below.
Yeah.
We'll just chat about that. No worries.
Give you our views.
Exactly. But no, it's good. It's going really well.
Yeah.
And it's a good, steady progression, isn't it? It's like losing weight, isn't it?
Yeah.
You don't have pile it on and then it comes off.
Exactly.
We're gradually building.
We're building up. The audio downloads has reached 500 overall.
That's so
downloads.
good.
Yeah. So downloads is
guys.
on where?
It's on Spotify. It's on
Podcast
Google. It's got iPad, Apple Podcasts, and it's on Stitcher. Basically anywhere that's, because Red Circle is the main where I upload to, and then it distributes it to all major podcasts. But that's the main one that
everyone listens to or has
Spotify.
Spotify.
Yeah.
Spotify, podcasts, Apple is the main
Spotify,
ones, isn't
Apple,
it? And we're on that.
Amazon Music.
Yeah.
And two more main ones. I can't remember. But yeah.
So get listening, guys.
It's so funny actually. People ask me, "What are your hobbies?" I'm like, "I just work."
But no, exactly.
I forget. You know, I forget that this is a hobby. Come on, where Mike?
Come on.
Tangent talk. Yeah. When are you gonna buy us a coffee, Starbucks, or
you know what? I've done it.
It's the bank account thing.
Yeah. I've set up the bank account. I set up the coffee, but the PayPal thing, I have to put all my ID before it will let me do it. So I haven't got around to doing it.
Oh. Yeah. I want a Starbucks. I know it's not physically coffee.
But yeah.
But you know,
the whole fact
we've got a fan base. We've got a serial commenter, our fave, number one fan. You know who you are. Yeah.
Yeah,
love to see it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it growing because it's been weeks now, hasn't it?
There's 30 subscribers. I think that's actually pretty
really
good. Oh, not 30. Sorry.
29.
29.
Exactly. Manifest that. 30. We like that. That's a round number.
Yeah, because I want to be in the podcast room. So I just seen this.
Oh yeah.
Zuzi Mills in that, that podcast room they were advertising.
Oh,
and we were always like, oh my god, there's one in Luton, isn't there?
Yeah.
Come on.
You need to get in.
We'll get there.
Come on.
Slowly but surely.
I'll start doing merch. That's another thing I wanted to do. Do the caricatures.
Oh yeah.
So they weren't the emojis.
Yeah.
So maybe while I'm out in Saudi in my hotel doing that thing. I was scared to take my iPad in case they take it off.
Oh my god, yeah.
You don't know, innit? How are you feeling? It's getting closer and closer.
So, well, it's scary because it could be this time next week, or it might not be because the visa's not come through yet.
But if everyone else in your team's getting it like tomorrow,
if they,
I know they've done it before you, but maybe
they still haven't got it yet. So when they go over, then it'll feel like But I just think that it's not going to be Tuesday now because did I tell you that the visa company? They said so they received my passport on Thursday, and then they said 2 to 3 days. They sent an email to say they received it, so we assumed they submitted everything, and then today is the 3rd day. So the person from the company, our company, sent a chaser just to find out the status, and they said we haven't submitted it yet because we're waiting for an invitation letter and the payment. What? It's like, why are you waiting for...
Where's that coming from, the invitation letter?
So the invitation letter is from the client.
Yeah.
So they have to send what they have to go to there, but they have it.
Yeah.
I think
it's like an open letter already.
So no, they have to. The company that we're going to has to send a invitation letter
to let you
Arabic to say that
we need you to come over, please. Yeah,
so that needs to be sent. Mine was sent straight away.
Yeah,
but they needed to do the PM's one, and he only just sent it. I don't know
his.
Why. Exactly. So I don't know why it's separate. Also, they sent an invoice for my visa and everything service, but which they haven't paid yet, and they're waiting for his payment and his invitation letter. But my issue is they've had it for 3 days, not asking for. We haven't received this yet. They waited for us to chase the status, and then they said, "Oh, we haven't submitted it yet," and we already waited 3 days. And the processing time is 3 days. So if they're waiting for payment's not going to be today. It'll probably be tomorrow, maybe. And then it's 3 days from payment. So which would be
so
3 working days.
Yeah.
And they don't work Friday and Saturday. So it's going to be...
It's going to go on to the next week.
Whatever. So it'll be Thursday is day 1.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, Monday. So Tuesday...
The day before you're going.
Yeah, I'm supposed to go. But then also I have to do the PCR test. But does it have to be 75 hours before?
I think so, yeah.
How many is that? 3 days?
Or can it be 24 hours?
Yeah, I don't know why it's so...
Yeah. Because if I take hypothetically, I take one 75 hours before, I could catch it the next day.
Yeah.
So why can't it be 24 hours?
Has to be the bloody time you go, I think.
Yeah. The day.
Like the day you fly?
You have to get the certificate. So it's not going to be like straight away.
Yeah.
But you can get results the same day.
Yeah.
But why can't I just get it the day before? Why does it have to be 75 hours?
Yeah, because in that time
I can catch it. Yeah. I can catch it the day I take the
flight.
test.
Yeah.
The day I have to take the test. And
like you can take it at 7 a.m. and catch it at 9.
Exactly. So 75, I don't understand it, but...
Baffed. I'm being baffed.
It should say minimum 75 hours.
Yeah.
So if you take
within
7 days, that's too far away. You have to take another one.
Okay, you need to check with your airline, as some destinations require the sample to be taken 96 hours before departure, others 72 before, and some require the report itself within 48 hours of arrival. It can get some confusing, so it's absolutely necessary to check with your airline before booking your test.
Okay. So I won't know until I book my flight, or because I don't know which airline I'm going to go with because of the price.
Yeah, I don't know what. You'll be required to provide evidence. Oh, let me do Oh, so it's the airline, not the place. Surely it should be the place. See, Saudi Arabia PCR test. Oh, am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Okay. Extra requirements. Okay, all travellers are required to provide a negative PCR certificate issued from a verified laboratory that does not exceed 72 hours from the time that the test
does not
was taken.
exceed.
Yeah.
So it could be 24 hours.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Okay.
so 72
within-
hours at the latest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so
okay
should
then.
they say within 72
Yeah.
hours?
Yeah.
Like within that?
Yeah. It should be 72 hours or less.
Yeah.
This makes it clearer. Because I thought it has to be 70, I thought it's 75 hours even, but I thought it had to be 75 hours before, which means you have to take it.
Or 72 hours is 3 days.
Yeah, makes more sense, but yeah.
75 is
Wait, what?
3 days.
So, yeah, did you hear about, what's it called? What's that DJ that got his laptop stolen?
Oh, Shawny B on
so
BBC One Extra.
I'm always on these, I always see one artist DJ, one artist is getting all his hard drive stolen, because they leave it in the back of their car. Why are you not backing it up? IT can.
So what's the context?
So Shawny B, the DJ, he got his laptop stolen because it was in the back of his car. And he was like, did I lock the car? Wouldn't you go back and check? But anyway, he goes back and it's been stolen. So all his stuff, and he's like, he's on Instagram saying, oh, if you've seen it, or if you have any connections, I'll give any amount of money. I want my job back. This is how I make my money, blah, blah, blah. So what we're asking you, IT consultant, I know you're not all cyber security and all that, but let's say you have your work laptop, and it does get stolen.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have
Don't
it
leave it in
stolen.
the back of your car.
But what can they do to just not have all their stuff lost? Because they
You have to back it up. There's no
exactly.
other way
So are
around
we saying
it.
Shawny B didn't do that? Because he's
Well, if
asking
he's
everyone.
saying that he needs to work again, it means he can't
hasn't done
work
it.
without it, which means he hasn't backed it up, which makes no sense at all. Because even if you have it and it gets corrupt,
Yeah. You need
You
to
need a
recover
This
backup.
it.
happens
restore it, yeah.
all the time. Sometimes these artists or DJs, I can't remember who it was, I think it was J5, I'm not sure. His
J5.
hard drive, the laptop, so the hard drive and the laptop,
yeah.
both of them
Yeah.
gone. Why are you taking the
I
two?
could even.
That's like taking
I
both
could
your
even
keys.
vouch for it myself.
And
Just
listen.
I didn't get anything. Well, I have had something stolen in the past, but for this occasion, I spilled a drink on my laptop and the
And it
hard
worked.
drive, and I hadn't saved the report that I was developing. I had saved it, but the last 4 or 5 days I
Yeah.
hadn't saved that
Yeah.
work
Why?
somewhere else.
Okay.
I saved it on the thing, but I haven't saved it back
Oh yeah,
up
so because the
externally.
laptop was dead. Yeah.
So I couldn't get to that work. So I think it happened on the Friday or Saturday, and then I tried to call up Apple Genie Bar, no appointments. And so basically I had to take it to Genie Bar on Sunday, leave it with them,
Yeah.
and then buy a Windows laptop, rebuild that report back, or get the backup and then go from there and rebuild it.
Yeah.
But basically I had to go to the client the next day in Telford, so I didn't have time to finish it off. So in the daytime I was at the client doing the training, and in the evening, after my run of course, I would go back to my hotel room and start trying to build up that report, because I had to have that report finished by the end of the week,
Wow.
the beginning of the week, but it had to be the end of the week instead, and I had to do 2 weeks of training as well. So I was working in the day, working in the evening. So that's how you get back. But yeah, back
Don't
up.
keep drinks next to your computer.
No.
And students, if you're doing work, Google Docs saves every
Everything,
word.
yeah,
Google Docs.
Google Docs. Back up.
It's
Back up,
so
back up.
silly though.
But even Google Docs will keep a backup, but if it gets corrupt,
You've lost it.
you still lost it, but they should be able to restore it. Because
Yeah,
they've got
'cause on the
huge
internet.
systems.
But yeah, I see it all the time.
But
Why
don't
are you not
understand?
saving it
Yeah.
somewhere else?
Should
I
be.
don't understand why you're putting your laptop on the back seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prevention
What are you
is better than
doing?
cure, definitely. Don't put anything, doesn't matter if it's a laptop or not, don't put anything visually.
Showing, yeah.
Yeah, so somebody can see it with, because people are
It's an opportunity,
people
yeah.
do it.
That's
for
an invitation to
opportunity.
drink,
Exactly.
in law terms. You're waiting.
Yeah.
You're not asking
You're
for it,
inviting
but you're inviting
Yeah.
them to take it.
Yeah.
Because you see an Apple sign
Yeah.
and you're leaving that in
Nah.
there. In this London.
Nah, it's not. the
Because
one.
people will even, like, I'm always like, you know, with you guys' cars, I'm like, oh, is the alarm going to go off? Then I open it.
Yeah.
They probably just try to
Yeah,
open it and
yeah,
open
exactly.
it.
yeah.
Open and this stuff.
So they probably...
And if somebody's walking past and you're opening the car, they're not going to stop you.
No.
Why are you opening
Yeah,
your car?
yeah.
They don't know it's not their
It's not
car.
yours, yeah.
And then you just take
Especially if
it.
he's opening it, not
Yeah.
breaking
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
So it's so sad.
But this is my thing, like,
come on.
for Shawny B, he was almost crying because he's lost. Yeah. So if you know it's that valuable to you, why would you do that? I don't understand.
Yeah. So I understand
if
it's only a little bit that you've lost, and losing anything is, I can vouch for it. Losing anything is a hard thing to think. But when it's your livelihood, you should have.
And that's what you're saying.
Even I would say have 2 laptops and back up at least weekly, so at least you haven't got lost. And if you do, because it could be corrupt, as I said, you can drop your drink and you can drop it on the floor.
Yeah.
Your child can throw it across the room. Anything can happen. It's not just stolen. Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
So, and if it is your livelihood, you definitely should have it.
And like it was the same thing, the laptop and the backup together on the back seat.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, that's why he's crying. This is his
so
life.
He did have a backup, but it was the same place.
That's what he said.
Oh my god, scratch that whole conversation, obviously keep it. But he had the laptop, he said 2 keys.
I didn't even hear that bit.
No, that's what he said, that's why he's crying. He's devastated. He's so devastated. But then that's what I'm saying, why? Because you know what it's worth and what you've got there.
Where's the backup?
Why are you putting it on the back seat? Please. And then he said, he walked away from the car. Have I locked it? And he didn't think to check. Just to double check. But this is your life.
If you have a backup, which he obviously did, I think he needs the backup in case it gets corrupt
exactly
there.
Yeah.
But you always have another backup somewhere
for the backup.
else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like spare keys.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Spare keys.
Don't look at me.
It's exactly the same thing. You took the backup with the backup.
Yeah.
And the backup.
And left it in the back seat.
Sorry to
laugh. I know he didn't. I know he didn't ask for it, but this is an invitation to treat. It is. And he probably didn't even leave it in the bag.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's why he was crying.
Oh my god.
And then he's following it.
Yeah.
It went to Neasden, Kenton or whatever, and it went to Reading.
Sorry.
How's it
That's
still
terrible. Terrible. Well, until the battery runs out, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's been days.
But he's got a charger because he took that off.
But what are you travelling? You can't get into it, innit?
Yeah, can he log in? Maybe maybe he's taking it to places to try and get to get into
there's some guy I know already. He can
Yeah.
crack anything. Oh god.
Because he can't get in with the passwords and that's another thing. Is it worth stealing something that you can't get into, or you can get into it?
You can get into it.
Yeah.
But is it hackers?
It's hackers, but most
people will
IT
work
places know how to get into your system.
Yeah,
because
that's
you get
the
people
thing.
who forget their passwords.
Yeah, so can you take a stolen laptop to the Genius Bar and they try and get into it?
No, because that's the thing. They'll ask your name and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think Apple will clock, because Apple and Macs are probably the most stolen thing.
Yeah, you can get.
Go to them ones in the market and that.
The underhand
know what to do.
Yeah. You know, back in the day when they used to unlock phones.
Yeah,
like that.
Same thing. Yeah. There's always a backdoor
way
of doing it.
Yeah.
There's always a backdoor way of doing something.
Yeah.
So if you just take it to like all the Apples basically like going to unlock.
Yeah.
They're not going to question it.
Yeah.
If you go to Apple.
Because you're just asking them to unlock it.
Yeah.
Whereas Apple will know all your Apple ID, iCloud.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they'll be like, oh, you can do it through your phone, you know?
Yeah. And then you'll be like, oh.
Yeah.
And then like, oh.
And then, they probably wouldn't even let you leave without it.
Yeah.
With it.
Yeah,
he's definitely going to them back lane people that don't do it off shops. That's so sad. Like, I know it sounds like we're like, oh, you should have locked your car, but they should still, but we know that. Yeah. But always have a backup somewhere else.
Yeah. It's an invitation to street.
Even like at your home, you should still have, because I remember in the old days, I don't know how they do it now because I'm not really involved in it, but we used to have somebody have a backup, tape backup.
Off premise. Yeah.
And then had to go to different places.
Yeah.
Depending on the level of the security for it, so that they had backups of the system stuff.
Yeah.
But now everything's cloud, so they don't have to do that. But I remember in the good old days, we had to have an off-site backup somewhere.
Yeah.
So even if you have it at home,
you can go and access it.
Burn down.
Exactly, you can have it there.
It's basically how much do you need it.
Yeah.
That's the level of Do you need one backup with you?
Yeah.
Do you need a backup separate? Do you need a backup in somebody else's house?
Yeah.
But if you have online
It's
backup,
just like a key, isn't it?
but if you have online backup, you
Yeah.
have it anyway.
Yeah.
So that's why you don't really need offset.
It's sad though.
But yeah. But he'll know better now. He's never going to do
The
that
guy's
again.
crying.
Yeah, he's never going to do that again.
Because he's like, and then he was like, oh, you other DJs, you've got all this time now to be your best.
Oh yeah,
because
I'm down.
From
Yeah.
and down
so
for
he's
a
the
while,
best DJ in the world.
according to him.
Okay.
That leaves his laptop and backup on the back seat. I'm not going to get over this because I'm telling you, if I did that, I would be like,
So you're right. Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, because you have to admit defeat. You can't just leave. That's like you leaving your purse on the
It's
roof
like leaving your
and you
front
drive
door
off.
open and put somebody
What
comes
do you
and
do?
takes
Yeah,
anything from
You
your
can't
house.
do that. Especially when you're talking about this is your life to us, and then you did that. No.
But there's
You didn't
always,
deserve
it's
it,
always the silliest things
what
that
are
you
you gonna
do
do?
that you lose everything.
And then you say, oh, have I locked
Like
the car?
every other day, you check everything, double check
and
everything.
that one time.
That one time you don't do it, that's when it goes.
Yeah.
That's when it goes. It's Sod's Law.
Sad times, man.
Or Murphy's Law. Or whatever
Because
it
he's
is.
got like he must have years and years and
yeah.
years and years and years.
Because he's
and
got
years
that's
and
the
years and
backup
years
as well.
Together.
So his
That's what
his
he's
laptop
buying.
is his mixes for this week.
Yeah.
And the backup
It's
is the
like
ones
the
he's had from 10 years
Oh
ago.
yeah.
And then he was talking, was he talking about, oh, I remember like kids, he's got stuff, separate stuff, like kids' pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. His son.
His life. He was crying.
Oh.
And he was like asking people, please. No one's doing that. It's like when you leave money. You found £5. You ain't handing that. Who are you handing it into?
It's sad. But
And then somebody sells you a laptop for 40, a Mac for 40 quid.
Yeah.
You're handing it in. You're going to take that,
Exactly.
aren't you?
Exactly.
But you know these Macs and that, have they got like trackers?
Yeah, of course, because that's how he's seen
That's
it.
how I've seen
Yeah.
it.
That's
So
what,
he
you know,
can-
you got to find my iPhone.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how
So
it's
he's so this robber has to go in somehow and turn it off.
Yeah.
Basically.
When it dies, it'll go off.
Yeah. Or the find my phone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah, because it needs power.
Yeah. So yeah, this is
That's
what we're
no
missing.
use, is it?
It's even got his name on it, and you know that doesn't cut, it's not removable. He's probably got that on it. And that's the actual Mac.
And you left that on the back
Hard
seat.
drive,
Back up with the backup.
another hard drive. So yeah,
It's
headphones.
got that's his 2 backups.
Yes.
I didn't actually know
And you
that.
got the back seat. I'm so baffed. I don't know what else he was expecting. I don't understand it. In this London, Camden.
Anywhere.
Camden.
I mean, anywhere.
Yeah.
It's opportunist.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. It
Yes.
could be the
Yeah,
best,
so I think it. Oh, yeah.
best area in
No,
town.
that's
still happen.
No, he didn't deserve it, but you're not gonna not no. And the way the easy
That's why he's
access,
crying. You realise.
And the
that
easy-
he's
well.
done- he's been so.
them's the way. Those are the breaks or whatever it is. They're saying because the guy just opened the door. He's got it on CCTV.
Yeah.
That's what killed me. Taking my life, all of that, and the
He's probably
headphones as well.
He's watching it, crying every day now.
Bruv.
Wow,
And it's
why
like
would
you say, lots of people. It's not just him. They keep
always,
doing it.
always. I see it all the time.
Ow! And then what's his name out of 3 Shots? And then he tried. He stole his laptop, and the guy said that he found it, and he
That's
said
why,
it was
yeah.
his, and he tried to sell it back to him. Do you remember that story?
Which 3 shots? Was it?
Sorry,
Keith. Oh wow.
And they tried to, and he figured out what he was doing, and he tried to get the
Look,
police.
you know my
and
phone,
then-
yeah? I've got a Mr. Miyagi's pop socket and I've got a that.
Mhm.
You're gonna sell this back to me, and I'm gonna. Oh wait, I'll crack my phone.
Yeah, but you
I've
don't
got
know
a Mr.
that.
Miyagi's.
He,
Yeah, but how did he stole it from him?
yeah.
So how does he not know it's his? I steal your phone.
I think he knows it virtually because he just said that he tried to get the police involved or something.
No, but that's the thing. You steal
you
my
should.
phone and
Yeah.
you try to sell it back to me.
Yeah.
Of course I know. It's this one.
Yeah, because these robbers and thieves are stupid.
Unless he's like, he stole it from a random car.
Yeah, he
Do it
knows.
both.
Yeah, because he went back to him and said, because I think he did that thing about, my thing's been stolen on the media, and then he responded to that.
Saying, I've got a Mac.
I found something that I think is yours, but I remember this. I'm going to find it on the 3 Shots. He was explaining it, and it told the way that he sold the story, as it were, and it was too iffy.
Yeah.
Because he knew exactly all the things that I can't remember, but I'm going to find it for you and I'll let you know. But yeah, he knew. It was him that took it out of his Range Rover.
So lucky him.
I'm still baffed. Like, I'm just like, what can you do? You might as well have just given him the hard drive. But yeah, the way he's all talking and trying to be positive, but inside the man's dying.
Crying.
But when we're talking about pictures of your children, don't do that. Don't play with me.
I hope he finds it, but never.
Yeah. Don't play with me.
Because I think it's like, when they start posting, the people that stole it are going to get scared. They're not going to bring it back to you. They're not even going to say, I found
They're
it.
going to drop off basically, yeah.
I just hope that tracker doesn't go off.
Yeah, we will.
So sad. Sorry. No, now that I know he had a backup.
That's why he was crying.
Normally,
he had the backup, everything. And he was saying, because I remember he said the headphones, he went through it, and then you just showed me all the pictures. And he said everything that's missing, so that anyone that sees this, if they know there's money waiting for you, la 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 la.
That's the thing. I would just, because if he said cash reward, he's not going to press charges because he's going to be so thingy. If I was in that person's place, I can't get into a Mac. Yeah, it's not going to happen unless I find someone. He had to go from place to place to place, which means he had to go from different people
to try and
get into that. So let's just, do you know what? I needed it. And given the cash reward, I bet, well then, they probably would still would. But I would say, I'm not going to say anything. And then I would call the police as soon as you left.
Literally.
Yeah, that's sad. I didn't know he had a backup, but the backup was still with the laptops.
Yeah, the headphones, he had everything. All of that in that picture. I didn't realise he put it on there.
Yeah, no.
So he did that and then he did a video. Yeah. And he's like, the man is screaming inside. Because it was when he was talking about his kids and that, all that stuff, that he was just like, that's my life and everything. So sad, but you can't do them not in this day and age. You cannot. Yeah. You cannot, because if you're going to steal my shit, you're going to break into my car to steal it. You're not just going to go open the door.
Yeah, because if it was locked, they would have gone, try to open it. Oh, it's not worth it. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's always opportunists. Break them, isn't it?
But you're just
never
in the back seat.
No. That's true.
You can't even put it in a bag, no?
Yeah.
You can't put it in a bag, no? Come on, you're not asking for it, but it's going to happen. It's very, very sad, very unfortunate. But what can you will never see that again, unless some universal.
So then, what happens then? So you've lost all your mixes and everything.
Yeah, how do you start again?
You have to start again. You have to start from.
So what? So what he on the backup is going to be what all his tunes and that.
Yeah, it's going to be, so you know how they don't just make mixes the night before. He's probably got mixes for every show, because he's one extra. Yeah, one extra.
He does all them bashment parties, summer. Bruv, can you imagine if this is summertime?
He has to.
Back up somewhere, bruv. Come on now.
Because there's 2 hard drives, the Toshiba and the SanDisk.
And the bloody laptop. So there's backup on the actual top lap stuff, files.
Top lap.
Yeah. I'm so daft. Like, you can't afford with that. You can't afford to be that. You just can't. Because it's gone like that.
So guys, I have found myself a second hobby after Tangent Talks Poddy. There's a lovely little Waterstones where I work, so I thought, I'd love to read. So everyone's reading, not because everybody else is doing it. But, everyone's like reading, putting us. No, do you know what it is? Not everyone's reading. Everyone's writing books. So I thought, So my lovely friend Jess, feminist, she put me on this book, Women Don't Owe You Pretty by Florence Given.
What's the synopsis?
So it's the game-changing book that every woman needs. Women Don't Owe You Pretty is the ultimate book for anyone who wants to challenge the outdated narratives supplied to us by the patriarchy. It will teach you how to protect your energy, tell you that you are the love of your own life, and that today is a wonderful day to dump them. Florence Given is here to remind you that you owe men nothing. least of all pretty. So, yeah, I'm on page... Where's my Wagamama receipt bookmark? I'm on page 66, chapter 6. So far I've learnt about internalized misogyny and, you know, like, just like judging other women, like, why is she wearing that? Why is she come out by herself? Why is she, you know, all them things, like, so why can't she do that? Because she, and you know, like roles like, a man can be a bachelor but a woman can't, and all that stuff. Not that I believe that anyway, but just reading about it. And yeah, so I'm chapter 6, page 66, like I just said. That's a really good book. And I saw Mum put on her story Toni Tone's book. Do you want to tell us about that? We haven't started them yet, but I got this recommendation from Mum. So.
Okay, this is I wish I knew this earlier. Lessons in Love. I don't know, I mean, we touched on the High Life, 4-part black, what was it?
Made in Chelsea.
Made in Chelsea. I hate calling it that, but it is, essentially. And one of the ladies that were on there wrote this book. And if I just read the back for you. So this book is scarily accurate. Sorry. There were so many times where I was adamant that Toni was talking specifically to and about me. I can see identical versions of my friends and me in every single lesson. There were so many points where I literally wanted to screenshot a whole page, send it to my friend and say, look, it's you. Spoiler alert, everyone I know is getting a copy of this book for their next birthday. And that's by Julie Adenuga.
Lovely.
Say that book.
So, TTP does Book Club.
Yeah.
It's cute as well, isn't it? I like that.
Because this one's kind of big. Because basically I went to Waterstones, I got this. And I was like, oh, do you have that? And then they were like, oh, the woman downstairs was like, yeah, we have it. So then she was like, it would be in the relationship sections upstairs. So I went upstairs.
Lessons of Love.
Asked the man. He was like, oh, no, we don't have it. It says we do, but I'll put it on order for you. So I got a little text. Rebecca, your book.
Oh, so you have to come back?
Okay. Yeah. So I went.
Is that because it's sold out, do you think? Or they just didn't have it?
Maybe that one didn't have it. So maybe the London Waterstones did.
So,
but,
we're going to have a book club. So, I'll leave a link to this book so you can buy it yourself. We are going to read it by the next pod and we'll talk about it. And then you can put your comments if you've read it as well. So we look forward to all reading it.
Cool. This one's just for my own. It's a bit too much to read.
Just showing that, you know, just in case you want to dive and divulge.
Come on.
I like this.
I'm looking forward to it.
It's nice.
It's so cute. And it's so like chill.
Yeah.
I like books like this though.
Yeah, I like hardbacks, not paperbacks.
Sorry.
Page 66.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah. I love the kind of array as well.
And the little cheetah print,
Oh,
acknowledgements. But yeah, so TTP does Book Club.
Book Club. Looking forward to that. Really looking forward to that. And the way it says scarily accurate, I like that.
Yeah.
You need
triggered.
That was another Tangent Talks. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like,
share,
comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Tangent Talks is out every Friday morning at 9 a.m. UK time. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell on YouTube. And of course, find and follow us on all your usual podcast platforms. In the meantime, you can reach us on Instagram and Twitter at Tangent Talks Pod, or email us at tangenttalkspod@gmail.com. We look forward to hearing from you. See you next week.